Alright, so I got two more things for me to react. So here we go. So this next reaction is what to do if you hate your life by Better Idea. Well, I I do hate my life as well because still my life is very miserable and I can care less for me to just wanted to think about killing myself still. Yeah, so let's check it out in five, four, three, two.
I've been thinking a lot recently about microcosms because recently in my own life, understanding what a microcosm is has really helped me live a better life day to day. And I really hope that if you're in a rough place, you'll consider what I'm about to say, and hopefully you can gain some new ideas so that you can, trend your life in a better direction. Okay, so a microcosm is defined as a community, place, or situation regarded as encapsulating in miniature the characteristic qualities or features of something much larger. Feel free to pause the video and really soak that in. And while you're soaking that in, let me ask you a question. What's the difference between life and living? Life itself may seem like a simple enough concept because we talk about it all the time. I have a life, you have a life. It's the thing we're all a part of and all seem to have. But if I ask you to describe what your life is, it's a little bit more difficult to do so because there's so much involved in life. And your life is kind of just everything that has to do with you. Your family situation growing up, your family situation right now. It might be the job that you have, the job that you want to have, your hopes and dreams for the future, your trauma and regret of the past, every idea that bounces around your skull or has bounced around in your skull. Life is everything. And since it describes everything, it also kind of describes nothing in particular. It's an all-encompassing idea that is basically just a theme and a concept, something we're all familiar with, but none of us truly understand. Living, on the other hand, is something that we experience, something that you're doing right now. Living is something you've always done and something you always will do. Because by definition, before you were living was before you were you. And when you stop living, you will stop being you. So you and living are the same thing. You don't know what it's like to not live. In some ways, though, your life and your living are not unlike each other. They both deal with similar people, places, and things. They both have familiar faces, people you know and love or strongly dislike and want to avoid. Both have dealt and will deal with similar emotions, similar feelings, tendencies, actions, and reactions, but despite their commonalities, one remains a stranger, something we can only look at through abstraction, through memories we recall but can't see, and places we'll go but never be. Because no matter how much we think about our life, it will never make sense to us completely. It's impossible to see it all at once. It's impossible to grasp what our life is. We only see fragments and patterns and themes. And in a lot of ways, that's exactly what life is. It's a pattern of moments strung together. It's the overarching theme of decisions that we've made in days like today. So if we take a step back and we think about our entire life, and we don't like what we see, we're basically saying we don't like the pattern. We don't like the theme. If life is everything all at once and living is the day-to-day, then by definition, each day is a microcosm of life. Each day we live is a situation that encapsulates in miniature the characteristic qualities or features of our life. And when we start to realize this, we'll start to realize that life isn't really something we can interact with. We don't have access to our life. The only thing that we have access to is living, playing it out, day by day, decision by decision. And our tendencies and our impulses to do certain things are essentially the only thing that we can influence when it comes to our existence. So what does this all mean? Well, it means that if you survey your life, you look at the direction that you're heading, you look at the things that you dislike about your life and about yourself. Maybe you don't like the fact that you never have the motivation to go to the gym, or you can't seem to focus at work and it leads to poor job performance, which leads to less money, which means that you can't put food on the table. Maybe you're not proud of who you are. Maybe you don't take care of yourself. Maybe you have serious feelings of regret about things you did or didn't do in the past. Maybe you have wild uncertainty about the future, or you're fairly convinced that there is no future for you. Well, these things are all life things, but you don't experience life. You experience living. Living is confined by constant beginnings and ends, sunrise, sunset, again and again and again. You are living right now, and it's all you've been doing. So if there are things that you don't like about your life, then the only thing you can do to change them is to change the way you live today. You know, maybe you're thinking, I need to quit smoking, and one day I'm gonna quit smoking for the rest of my life. And I'm gonna live the rest of my life free from this nasty habit, and I'm gonna be happy and healthy all the live long day. As if that's somehow different than not smoking today. Because each time we wake up, we're confronted with an opportunity to echo the familiar motif that's become the central theme, or we can realize that our entire life is crafted in moments like these. So are we going to continue to water the same tree, or are we going to plant a new seed? And I swear I'm not trying to be Dr. Seuss here. A lot of that shit rhymed, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. There is no difference between going to the gym today and going to the gym for the rest of your life. Because going to the gym for the rest of your life is not something you can do. It's never been something you've had the ability to do. Going to the gym for the rest of your life is going to the gym today. A big thank you to Athletic Greens for sponsoring this video. You guys know that I'm a big fan of AG1 and have been taking it every single morning for about 2 years. AG1 supports your energy, focus, gut health, immunity, and mental clarity, all without the need to take multiple products or pills. And I really do feel better when I'm taking it, and I think that's because there's basically no competing with the amount of vitamins and nutrients in one scoop of this stuff. And the fact that it's sourced from whole food ingredients and superfoods means that it's extremely bioavailable, unlike so many multivitamins that you can buy off store shelves. AG1 comes in a form that is super useful to your body, and your body just soaks it up, goes yum, 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 yum. Thank you so much. I feel great now. So if you guys are interested in joining me in this very simple health optimization habit, then if you use my link in the description below, you also get a year's supply of the vitamin D3 and K2 complex, which I also use every single morning. And you also get 5 AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. So once again, use my link in the description below to take advantage of this offer. And thank you so much to Athletic Greens for sponsoring this video. Guys, if you like this video and you got something out of it, it would be a huge help if you actually hit the literal like button, because that helps the video rank better. And if you're on Instagram anyways, consider following the Better Ideas Instagram. But if you're not on Instagram, don't get Instagram to follow Better Ideas, because you're probably better off not being on Instagram, to be honest. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Well, that was great. That was very fantastic of how my life turned to shit, man. You know, I've been still having some hard time figure it out. How am I gonna go through this? You know, for my family, even though my life already is ruined, it just feel like I can never get any better days. Besides just go outside. My mom never, my mom never take me outside from any single time. Somehow I've been stuck in here and being suffer for the rest of my life. Even though I tried, but